Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I hope you're all okay and doing well and are having a good week so far. Today I'm going to be doing the next episode in the Altered Book series. So at the moment we're just covering pages, which I know is a bit boring, so I tried to sort of speed it up a bit tonight by actually choosing and cutting out pages in advance. That way we might be able to get a few more covered. I just want to cover these next 3 lots, and then I think we'll start making some ephemera for the front part. So we've got this page here with the multiple pockets, side pockets, and we've got this one here with this pocket here, and I'm using a mixture of kits. So I'm using Linedotarrow's Bohemian kit, Wicked Pixy's Bohemian kit, Janeyb Journal's Bohemian kit, some odd papers from Phaedra 2, I think her name is. I never know whether it's Roman numerals or 11. I'm not sure. So it's either Phaedra 2 or Phaedra 11. And Adamo prints have got 1 or 2 sheets that I like, so I've picked those. Plus I've printed off some bits from Pinterest, got a graphic fairy, you know, there are things out there. And, you know, this is sort of in the Bohemian Gypsy style, so there's quite a bit to choose from. We're having problems with the printer at the moment. We had a new BT box fitted this week, and unfortunately the printer doesn't work now because it's a Wi-Fi printer. I have changed the Wi-Fi on it because it's a new box. It still doesn't want to work, so we've got to sort that out. But I thought, thankfully, I don't need to actually, you know, print anything at the moment. So that's that double page. And then here we have a side pocket in there to make a big journal card or envelope for. And then we've got this double page here. And then we have this page, lovely double page here. And have we got any more? No more pockets at the moment, so we've got some pages to play with. So this one has 2 of these pockets. Oh, that one feels as though it's a bit stuck down. Ah, that's it. That can happen. Right, and then this one's got an actual back pocket. I don't know what I was thinking about. When I did this, it was way back in around 2019, before I'd even got a channel or, you know, started actively crafting for public, if you like. So then we've got this double page. We've got another side tuck here. And then this mirrors another one on the back here. And I love this page. This is probably at the moment my favourite. These colours, absolutely love them. So this is, I think this is one of Phaedra 2's pieces, this one. I've also printed it much smaller to make a nice journal card with later on, but that's got a nice side pocket. So then we're on to these pages. So I've already cut the pages out, so I've cut some lovely parchment paper, and we're going to have this lady here because I want to have a bit of a journal area. Then this one's got a side pocket here, so we're going to have matching piece this side, because this is like a double page spread on the digital, and then behind that we'll have this like so to mirror this parchment here, and then at the back we're going to have the parchment again. And then I feel that that's a very good kind of double page for doing some journaling on. And then obviously we've got to make something to go in there, so that's that page. And then we'll do, so I've already cut them out, inked around most of it. So then we move on to this one. This I absolutely love, this paper. So I thought we'd have this one probably wrapped round here, and we'll mirror it this side here. And then at the back of both, in this side tuck, we're going to have some coffee dyed paper like that. This page actually came out of one of my collage books, and it's really lovely. coffee dyed paper, and it's got the rings and everything on it. So I really like that. It's a nice got a nice feel to it, and it's got a bit of strength, so that's what we need really. So that's those double pages, and then we turn over this side. We haven't got any pockets here, so we're going to have, I think, this one here. This is Wicked Ivy. So all of these papers so far for these 3 sets of pages are Wicked Ivy, and then I've used a page from Janeyb, and I'm going to have that one at the top like that, and then this page is going to go here, and we're going to alternate it and have this strip down here. So I've cut them out, ink round them to save time. I have yet to ink round this whole book. I haven't done that yet. Yes, there's never enough time, is there? Right, so then that will leave us. We'll do some ephemera next time, and then we'll move on to these pages. So I've tried to ascertain the middle, which is not easy in this book, but as we move on, I have altered it slightly, and in here where I think gauged the middle, I've actually added extra pages on either side there, and this is going to be kind of a middle page flip out kind of spready thing when we get to it. So that's my plan so far. So we need to just get sticking these down. So I need to just ink round this parchment paper with this vintage photo. A lovely paper this is. This is a pack you can buy on Amazon. I think I got it from Amazon a long time ago, and it has lasted really well because it's ideal for folding down and having as journal pages, having, you know, a nice parchment page. So I've inked round that one, I've inked round those, and I've inked round that. Okay, so we'll start sticking these down. Now, I'm not finding this book easy to manipulate because it doesn't want to lay flat. So I've left myself room to ink round all of this. It's easy to do it after. Yeah, so this side now at the moment, because this is bigger, this side, I have to kind of turn it round that way. So we'll take these pieces off for a minute. So I've got to glue this down about there. I want a little bit of a border. I don't want it too near to the centre. And also the pages don't lay in line with each other. They're stepped, as you can see. So you have to really gauge where that side of that page is. So I think we're going to have it about like that. So I'm going to use the glue stick straight onto the page. Like so. But also it becomes very bumpy and lumpy, so that, you know, it's not like making your own journal and then, you know, I tend to put the ephemera in after I've sewn in the signature, but it's still not as difficult. So I'm just going to, oh, where did I put my art glitter? Still on this bottle, and it's been upside down again. So what I want to do is just go around the edges of this, just loosely around the edges, like so, and then that will give it a bit more sticking power, like that. I love the colour of this parchment paper. I mean, it's called parchment because of the colour, I think, and the feel of it, but it's not really. If you were to pick up a piece of genuine old parchment paper, I think you'd notice a big difference. But obviously, parchment paper these days is not easy to come by, is it? I mean, when I was lucky enough to go to Egypt many years ago with some girlfriends, where did I put the ink? Here it is. Just noticed there's a bit there that I just want to ink down there a bit more. Yeah, when I was lucky enough to go, they obviously have a lot of parchment. They still make it, really. And it's got such a different feel, but it's not very robust. So we'll probably have that here, like so. And I want that to match this down here. Okay, right. So that I want kind of in the middle, and I think this is on thicker. It's about 160 GSM, I think. But as I said before, I've printed some on thicker and some on just copy paper, because some of these pages are not double thickness. When I did the altering of the book, they were not double thickness. So just trying to get that straight. It's a bit difficult doing it from this angle for some reason. So that's that page down. Okay, all right. It's definitely up the right way, yes. Wouldn't put it past myself to glue it upside down. Okay, right. And this piece has to go down next, because then we can seal the pocket eventually, not straight away though. So I put a good amount down. And now I want to try, I mean, I do line these up to match, but when it's laid flat, it doesn't look equal. It's just the nature of the way the book is, really. So that is not straight. And I think that top corner's not exactly straight anyway, that top part, but that's okay. So that I thought would be nice for journaling on, and it'll have a card or something or a tag in there. Okay, so that's that bit. Now we want to put this down. So I folded it over the top a little bit. I just want to make sure that this piece now fits underneath. It's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, because these pieces don't reach the top of the book. The book is about 9 inches tall, I seem to remember. So I don't mind having a bit of a gap down there, because it does lend itself to us adding something nice eventually, like a bit of lace or a bit of trim, or we could do a bit of stamping down there, you know. The world's our oyster. So that's how I want that. So I've got to make sure that's well under there. That's perfect. So I think I will put this piece down first. So that I know I've got it in the right place. Oh. Okay, let's move it. Okay, I think that's about right. Let's just, before we stick it finally down, yeah, I think that will be fine. I need to fold this over this side just a tiny bit more and give it a crease like that. Then we will ink down there. Okay, so this is going to be the next one to go down. Right, so we'll use this. Sometime tonight would be good. Oh gosh. Oh, it's not liking this. It's I think it definitely is at its end. We'll see if we can just get at least this page down, because I don't want to have to get up and go and find the other bottle, which is across the room in the drawer. We leave it on its side. So quickly get that down in the position I wanted it in, like so. Okay, and now we want to glue this whole thing down. So I'm thinking that I will just quickly, see, that's not, what does that look like? That's better. I thought there was something wrong with that. That's okay like that. And that's now stuck down, but I'll just nip off the edge of that. Actually, I'll probably nip off a bit of this, just so that it takes some of the bulk out of it. Okay, I'm going to stick these down. I'm just sticking these flaps down in case you wondered what I was doing. That's perfect. Great. So now we want to stick this pocket down. I'm pressing really hard. We will stick this down. Like that. And okay, those are really irritating me now. Move those out of the way. Right, so that's that page done. Oh, I like that. I do. Very nice. Right. The next one is this double page here. So I wanted a piece of coffee paper here. Like so, and then, oops, this is going to go sort of here and then round like that. I've left enough to tuck it round, so that's going under there. Like so. That, I think, will look nice because, again, it's more journal paper. Got to have a bit of journaling paper. This is beautiful. I love actually the way it printed out, because you can actually see that it's gold. I never imagined that the printer could print that sort of gold colour, but it has. Okay. I'm just going to turn the page round again. I just want to see how that looks when it's lying down like that. I want it out this way a bit more. I think that's probably it, like that. So I think that will be fine. Right, okay, so we'll leave that there now. I'm trying to keep this in place as much as I can. You can just faintly see the book page through this, but I don't mind that actually. I think that gives it an extra sort of dimension, because you obviously can't see what's on it. So yeah, this book page is very porous, like my glue book is. Sometimes I use that for book pages to make pockets and things with, if it's something that, you know, if I'm following along, say with somebody, and this I like the colour of, although it's by no means old, but it's got a lovely colour, but it's very porous. I think it's the modern paper because it's all recycled mainly. Okay, so that's going to go, that's down. So now we just want to get this down, and again we've got to sort of line it up. That's perfect actually. That is, oh, it's moved. Yeah, right, give that a good press down with my awful gluey bone folder. Look at the state of it. I need to have a good old scrub with on all these things. So I think I am going to glue this side down. Like so. Yep. And then we can glue this page. And hopefully it's in bead down there. That will help it to adhere. Oh, I'm not very, oh, not very straight, not very straight. Got the old shaking Stevens back today. That's what I call it. That's my thyroid, making itself known. Right, so that's that side. So now I can glue down those two edges. So I can feel my hands shaking, so I do apologise. Well, I hope this is going to stay down, because last time we had to put clips on it. Yeah, maybe we'll put a couple of clips. The only thing that with these clips is they can mark the page if you're not careful, but it's going to need something. Get matching colours. I'm funny about things matching. I don't know if anyone else does this. See, this I think is going to mark that page. But when I hang out washing, I have to have the matching coloured pegs for each item. I like that. I just love that paper. I'd love a blouse in that. Yes, I would. Okay, I'm right off the mat, I can see in the screen. Right, now we managed to do that side without too much trouble. Let's see if we can do the same here. So we've got a thumb hole here, so I may go over that thumb hole and then just put it back in because I want it to look equal over sided. So that looks fine to me. So we will hold that. I think I like that idea. And I'm going to just gauge it to make sure it's down far enough, not up high enough, a bit more. Right, okay, let's put some glue here. Oh, messy, messy, messy. And I'll go around here with this. It was okay. Yeah, so anyway, today it's Friday evening and we've had a very wintry, blustery, wet day today, but there is a hurricane, isn't there? It's been on the news, and I never caught the name of it because the presenter that I was watching last night mumbled it, so and I haven't looked it up, so I have no idea what it's actually called. So well, we didn't stick, let's take a bit of this out, we didn't stick this bit down on the other side, did we? You probably shouted at me. That's quite nice. More bits. Let's just give that a bit of glue anyway, now that I've noticed it. And then we work this way round because then these match, you see. Oh, I don't like the feel of glue on my hands, so that would be ideal, having it matching more or less. Well, it does match exactly, but I don't want it next to it. So I'm going to do this in a roundabout way. Sort of gauge it. Get that down first. Like that. And then we'll do the other side. I hope you've all had a good week. Have I said that? Oh gosh, a bit like hairdressers, isn't it? Have you had a nice holiday? Are you going somewhere nice? Oh, I don't mean to mock hairdressers. If any of you are hairdressers by trade, please don't take that the wrong way. I only mean it in a jokey way. I don't mean it in a, you know, nasty way. Where would we be without hairdressers? Well, I certainly be up the creek without a paddle. I am lucky in that I like going to the hairdressers. I know Tanya at Tatty Treasure says she hates it, and I know Dee's Crafty Place doesn't like going much. But I love it. For me, it's my my bit of, you know, time, my bit of pampering, really. While I can work and while I can afford it, I go every 6 weeks. So I'm very lucky, and I do, you know, thank the gods for that. I mean, there will come a time probably when I can't. I do dye it myself. Probably once a year I may get it highlighted, and that's usually if I've, you know, got birthday money or, I don't know, something like that. So yeah, I do like going, and I love my hairdresser. She's lovely, Katie, but obviously it would be awful if she ever decided, well, to have a child, which is possible. That's gone a bit damp there. Right, hopefully that's not going to stick. I might have to put something in there, put this ruler in, because that is a bit sticky. Oh, that's going to make that difficult to do, but we will try our best, especially with these clips on. Actually, I'll probably take those off now. I hope that's all right. Okay, so we'll do this side first with beautiful irises on, which I love. And we're going to kind of have that centered. So this piece I want to put kind of here. It's just to give it that bit of extra height. I mean, chances are we'll probably put a pocket or something on, but we don't want to put a pocket on every single page, you know. So, yeah, so we wouldn't want to cover up those lovely irises anyway. Okay, so we'll put this snippet down first. I have to be careful I don't use too much glue, because some of this copy paper is not very thick. I keep looking at thicker copy paper, and I ordered some, and then when it came, it didn't feel hardly any different to what I already had. So normally I use 80 to 90 GSM, and when it came, it was, I think I got perhaps bought 100 GSM. I don't know what that is in pounds, but when it came, it wasn't really much different in my opinion. But some of it, you have to be careful if you don't buy the cheap recycled stuff, although it's tempting when you're just using it for crafting. I suppose it depends what you need it for, really, in the crafting environment, because if you want to print digital journal pages, then I would say get something a little bit just put this back, get something a little bit, you know, meatier. Maybe keep it just for that, and the cheap stuff you can keep for the collage-y type stuff, you know. Right, I like that. That's very pretty. Okay, hopefully just a bit of excess glue there I don't like. Oh, and it's rubbed off there as well. Gosh. Ooh, what can I put there to stop that from sticking? No, that's the only piece of paper that's done that. Or I might have a, just looking in my drawers, I might have one of those plastic wallet things in here. I know I have a spare one. I've been rummaging around in my drawers, tidying up. And then you tidy up and then you can't find anything. Oh look, we've got a plastic bag now. I'll put that in because that's less damaging. That's not very good. I may have to recover that with the same paper. Let's see. I'm going to take these off. See what I mean about marking the paper? And it's marked that too. Okay, that's all right. We just put that in there. Okay, right, so we want to do this side. Okay, and we're going to have this piece at the top, like so, and, oh, that's the wrong way up. We want the bottom of there to match there. So yeah, that's about it. So if I glue that down now. Big sigh, isn't it? End of the week. End of the week. I'm glad it is too. Got to go and pick up Rachel's prescription tomorrow because she can't come out because Harry's positive for COVID. So I have to go and get her prescription for her, even though she isn't at the moment anyway. Although she said she did forget and drink out of the same cup as him. I don't know what they were drinking. Maybe she just tasted something, I don't know. But she said, oh, nearly at the end of this. She said she'll do the lateral flows. Well, they've advised her to keep lateral flow testing until, well, every couple of days at the moment. Oh. So, I have to turn this round. So I want to make sure that it's at the edge there, like that, just to make sure she's not got it. But he's not going to be free to come and go until next Thursday now. He's already bored. He's 9, already bored. I don't envy her being cooped up in the house with him. Charlotte, I Zoom called them at lunchtime today, and Charlotte, I can tell, is a bit stir crazy, and poor Maisie, our little granddaughter, is too. She was desperate to go outside on the Zoom, but it was pouring with rain. I just said to Charlotte, take her out with an umbrella, just walk around the garden a couple of times with her, because she's used to going for a walk in, you know, with the buggy. Maisie is every day, at least twice a day. But yeah, poor things. I can't believe at this stage, when everything's coming out of lockdown, and we've shielded them all this time and not been very careful not to, you know, see them unless it's in open air, distanced and all of that, and still it's happened. So my advice to everyone is just stay safe, keep wearing your masks, don't let anyone stop you, don't let anyone mock you, because you don't know who might be carrying it. and obviously Harry's picked it up somewhere in Cornwall.